Hi students, welcome to chapter 7 Ratio. Our new chapter is about ratio. What do you mean by ratio? In our daily life, many times we compare two quantities, right? Let us take an example of a cake recipe. In a 5 members family, normally use 2 cups of flour and 1 cup of milk for a cake recipe. Then how can we write the ratio flour to milk? Yes, the ratio of flour to milk, we can write it as 2:1. Suppose the family members get increased up to 10. Then how much is the use of flour and milk? Yes, we have to take more quantities. See children, you know 10 members means double of the first family members, which means 5 multiplied by 2 is 10, right? So let us take double the quantities of flour and milk, which is 2 into 2 cup of flour and 1 into 2 cup of milk. That is 4 cup of flour and 2 cup of milk. Let us write it in the form of ratio, that is 4:2. When we simplify 4:2, we get 2:1. That is the simplest form. We always write ratio in the simplest form. Therefore, we can say ratio is a comparison of two quantities. Ratio can be shown in different ways. The ratio of numbers A and B can be expressed as ratio of A and B. Use colon to separate the values A and B. That is A is to B. Write it like a fraction A divided by B. Let us see a small example. Here you can see 2 apples and 3 oranges. How can we write the ratio? We can write the ratio of apple to orange as 2:3. Ratio can be compared two ways, part to part ratio and part to whole ratio. First see one example of part to part ratio. Let us take the above example. Part to part ratio means comparison of ratio of two things. In this example, we are going to compare apples and oranges. We can say the ratio of apple to oranges is 2:3 or 2 divided by 3. In this ratio, apples will come first. Then what about the ratio of oranges to apple? Yes, the ratio of oranges to apples is 3:2 or 3 divided by 2. The ratio of orange write first. Next, let us see part to whole ratio, which means compare one thing with the total number of things. We can write this example as ratio of apples to all fruits. Here, you know number of apples equal to 2 and total number of fruits equal to 5. So the ratio of apples to all fruits equal to 2:5 or 2 divided by 5, as well as ratio of oranges to all fruits equal to 3:5 or 3 divided by 5. See another example. There are 3 green squares and 1 yellow square in a set of squares. Then what is the ratio of green squares to yellow square? Yes, correct. 3:1. If one more set has added with it, then what will be the ratio of green square to yellow squares? Yes, ratio become 6:2. See children, here you can see 2 is the common factor. When we divide it by 2 and simplify, we will get 3:1. Then, when we consider 3 set of squares, what will be the ratio of green squares to yellow squares? Yes, ratio now become 9:3. See children, here 3 is the common factor. When we simplify, we will get 3:1 again. which means every case's ratio are remain the same. We always write ratio in their simplest form. Hope these are clear to you. Then let us come to our lesson, part relations. See this picture. This is line AB. I am going to divide it into 5 equal parts. Let us call the first 3 parts together as AP and remaining 2 parts as BP. In what all ways can we describe the relation between length of the lines AP and BP? Yes, we already learned the part-to-part ratio and part-to-whole ratio. Here we know ratio of AP to BP is 3:2. Then let us first write its part-to-whole ratio. That is the relation of AP and BP with AB. How we can write the ratio of AP to AB? The ratio of AP to AB is 3:5. We know AP is 3 by 5 of AB. So we can write it as 3:5. Similarly, the ratio of BP to AP is 2:5. We know BP is 2 by 5 of AB. Then next let us see the part-to-part ratio. That is the relation between AP and BP. First, the ratio of BP to AP is 2:3. Here BP will come first. That is BP is 2 by 3 of AP. Second, the ratio of AP to BP is 3:2, which is AP is 3 by 2 of BP. Let us see the relation between AP and BP in detail. In this example, what are the relation between AP, BP and the natural numbers 2 and 3? See children, first relation is 2 times AP and 3 times BP are equal. In the figure, you can see green line represent AP and blue line represent BP. See children, when we take green line 2 times and blue line 3 times, the length of both are equal. Second relation, 1 by 3 of AP and 1 by 2 of BP are equal, which means when we divide green line into 3 equal parts and blue line into 2 equal parts, one part of each is equal, which means AP is 3 times this length and BP is 2 times this length. So we can write the length of AP, BP are in the ratio 3:2. We saw that in the above line, the actual length of AB is not mentioned. It is 5 cm in the given picture. Then what are the length of AP and BP? Yes, the length of AP is 3 cm and the length of BP is 2 centimeters. Correct. Suppose we double the length of AB, which means AB is 5 into 2, that is 10 centimeters. Then the length of AP becomes, yes, 3 into 2 centimeter, that is 6 centimeter. And the length of BP becomes 2 into 2, that is 4 centimeters. But all the relations above we learned are still true. What if we half the length of AB, which means AB is 5 divided by 2, that is 2.5 centimeter. Now the length of AP becomes 3 into 1 by 2, that is 1.5 centimeter. And the length of BP becomes 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1 centimeters. Again, the old relations are not changed. which means every case's ratio remains 3:2. Then I have another question to you. What does it mean to say that two lengths are in the ratio 3:5? We can say what the actual lengths are. It may be 3 cm and 5 cm, or sometimes like 3 into 2 6 cm and 5 into 2 10 cm, or 3 into 3 9 cm and 5 into 3 15 cm, or 3 into 4 12 cm and 5 into 4 20 cm, or half of this, that is 3 into 1 by 2, which is equal to 1.5 cm, and 5 into 1 by 2, which is equal to 2.5 cm. It may even be that we can say the first is 3 times some non-specified length and the second is 5 times this non-specified length. So by using algebra, we can say in general that if we take this non-specified length as x centimeter, then the length of first is 3x centimeter and the length of second is 5x centimeter. Let us understand this non-specified measure with another example. The capacity of two bottles are in the ratio 3:5. Then what are the actual capacity of these bottles? How to find? Okay, let us take a cup of unspecified size. Let us call it as X liters. Then it takes 3 cups to fill in the first bottle and 5 cups to fill in the second bottle. So we can say this in general. The capacity of first bottle is 3x liters and the capacity of second bottle is 5x liters. Okay. Then let us see one more example. What does it mean to say that if the number of boys and girls in a class are in the ratio 3:5? 3:5 means the boys as 3 groups and girls as 5 groups. Each group with the same number of children. So let us take X, which means number of children in a group is denoted by X. Then we can say number of boys is 3x groups and number of girls is 5x groups. That is, number of boys is 3x and number of girls is 5x. Clear? Then let us conclude that the general idea we seen in all these examples is if two quantities are in the ratio A:B, then there is a quantity X such that the first is AX and the second is BX. Hope these are clear to you. Then see you in the next class with more problems. Until then, bye.